BC Marine Trails is a trails development and a stewardship organization. Sites are established so future generations can camp along the BC coastline. Stewardship, or caring for our trails, is about coastal cleanups, and that's what we're doing here at South Brooks. We conduct at least one major beach cleanup per year with the help of volunteers. South Brooks is a location of a high concentration of debris and plastic. This site is a BC Marine Trails rest stop and picnic area for paddlers, and we feel ownership toward it. And that's why we're cleaning it up.
We're Will and Christine Bryce. We're from Ucluelet. We're here to participate in a plastics beach cleanup on South Brooks.
We love being in nature, and we love coming to these wild places, enjoying what is supposed to be an unspoiled wilderness, and looking at the growing body of evidence about how damaging microplastics are to the whole food chain and the environment. Just coming and helping just a little bit is something we like to do.
The areas that we're looking after are nearly pristine and really deserve our care. If we don't do it, nobody's going to. It's just got to get done.
We were out about an hour and a half. We cleared about a 30-foot stretch of beach, and we've got 2 full bags we left behind and enough stuff to fill probably another 4 bags.
I love kayaking and I love being out here. I think it's an opportunity to be part of a group and clean up, and it needs to be cleaned up. It's a mess, but I like the idea that I'm giving back something to my community, to the paddling community, to the island.
I had a call early in the year from Rennie Talbot of Rugged Coast Research Society. They wanted to help us. This year they brought their whole families, all the kids and everything, as well as materials to the site, and we were really thankful to have them.
I'm actually on maternity leave with this little one. We're here on our time off, our whole Rugged Coast crew and our families, and this trip is just all about clean up the beaches with BC Marine Trails. We've been mapping plastic accumulation along our coast for the last couple of years. From our mapping, we determined that this is one of the highest accumulated areas. All of our data is located on our website, Rugged Coast Research Society.
First of all, to have the kids come out and experience this kind of environment, and then the kids begin to be aware of keeping our environment clean and pitching in with mom and dad and having some fun along the way.
I read a book that the whale got washed up on the shore and scientists opened up its stomach to see what was inside of it, and it was just tons and tons of garbage.
It's really important to get all of the debris and plastic off the beaches before it goes back into the ocean and gets ground up into smaller particles. It's important for our wildlife, it's important for the birds, and it's important for the fish. I feel really badly that we're doing this to our oceans, to our animals, and inevitably to ourselves. This is why I volunteer for BC Marine Trails.
One of the things that is really the most difficult is that you can turn over any piece of wood on this beach and you're going to find this. You're going to find tiny, tiny bits of plastic and extruded styrofoam that's breaking down continually. Toothbrush handles, razors, lighters. We get the big stuff too. We get the floats and the big pieces of styrofoam and stuff. But it's this little stuff that represents that this plastic has been on the beach a long time, and it just continues to break down and break down and break down. We try to remove it so that the next high tides in the wintertime don't take it back out, and then it becomes just more of a hazard to wildlife. But this breaks down and poisons us as well.
It's been tough until the last few years, where we're starting to see signs from governments that they want to change policies and put in controls so that we're actually going to start reducing plastics, non-recyclable plastics at the source. It's been a long slog for organizations doing the cleanups, but it feels like there's light at the end of the tunnel.
What we see here, it's layered underneath all the logs. And the garbage just goes up into the woods. This light styrofoam here, storm surges will just blow it right up in here. You could come to a spot like right here and clean this of all the debris. And then you scratch underneath the forest duff, you'll get this. You get more and more pop. Here's a pop bottle. Here's a float. So you move the float and the salal is growing in it. And guess what? There's pop bottles underneath it. There's pop bottle here. go underneath here and you pick up styrofoam. It's just all over the place.
This is my first cleanup of the West Coast. I'm loving it. Find it quite frightening, the volume of it. I wonder about the source of all of it and all the people who could think about what they are doing with the plastic bottles when they are on the boats.
When you come out here, and I've done a lot of traveling out here, to see garbage on the beach is really a downer. It's such a beautiful area, and I've always been one to pick up garbage, so it's in my blood.
Coastal cleanups are really important to BC Marine Trails. It's one part of what BC Marine Trails is all about, and it's a really important one. If you want to learn more about BC Marine Trails, go to our website and find out how you can contribute.